All right. So this particular webinar, guys, is going to change your life. All right. I want you to listen closely. A lot of you probably getting home. It's what, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. All right. But how to earn Bitcoin in your sleep. Cryptocurrency, if you don't know, is booming. It's been booming for a long time. And I think Bitcoin crossed 60K this year. I think it's the first time it crossed 60K. It is on its way to 100K, ladies and gentlemen. I believe it's going to hit that within the next year. Okay, that's how fast it's going. Now, the other cryptocurrencies are great. There's a lot of money to be made in cryptocurrency. But if you want to know, where should you kind of stake your foundation? What we're going to be talking about tonight is going to be the best place to start. And the reason I say that is because of the ease of use. One of the things that people are looking for these days, guys, is ease of use. Very simple. People want to also be able to enjoy their lives and spend time with their families and do the things that they want to do and still earn money. That's called passive income. And this particular opportunity is going to allow you to do that. Now, I'm going to say this first off, and we're going to emphasize it later on in the webinar. This particular product is a very high supply and demand product. What do I mean by that? That means it sells out real fast. It sells out real fast. We just got more product in this, what was that, yesterday, Brandi?
Yeah, yesterday, it was like, yeah, yesterday or the day before yesterday, late at night.
Yeah. So new
goes fast.
It sells like hotcakes, guys. And the reason for it is it's working. People are making money 7 days a week, hand over fist 24/7 with this particular opportunity. Now, for those of you who don't know me, just a little backstory. Got started in the online marketing game back in 2006, but before that, I was doing traditional MLM. But I always knew that I wanted to learn how to earn passive income. I wanted my money to work for me, right? So I came online, got into affiliate marketing, did well in that. Walked away from my job because of that particular sector of business. Still do affiliate marketing because I'm always referring people to opportunities where it's going to, it's commission based, where it's going to earn me money. But I wanted a way to also take the money that I've earned, hard-earned money, and flip it and learn how to make that money work for me. So that's what we're here today to tell you. We got a few people on right now. Brandi, my business partner. We got a few other people on, guys. You're going to hear some testimonials tonight. So make sure you pay close attention to what we're about to, reveal to you here in just a bit. So I'm going to bring my partner on, Brandi. She's going to tell you a little bit about what we have and how you can benefit from it and how it's going to revolutionize the way you earn passive income from now into the future. And get this, no matter if Bitcoin goes up or down, guess what? You still make money. There's no ins and outs of it. All right, no ins and outs. So I'll hand it over to you, Brandi. Let people know who you are. Some people don't know who you are. They've never seen you before. And tell them what we have for them in store.
Look, I'm excited even when I'm tired. Okay. I just came off the road, and but you know what? We still had to make this happen tonight. So I'm excited to be here. It's just been such an exciting year. And just to tell you a little bit about myself, my name is Brandi Hubbard. I've been an entrepreneur for over 21 years now. Work for myself, self-employed, super excited about that. My husband and I, we owned our own trucking company, but I'm happy to say, as a result of Bitcoin mining, I was able to retire my husband just like 3 weeks ago. So we're flat out excited about that. We were able to replace a strong 6-figure income as a result of mining Bitcoin. I'm also a licensed life, health, and annuities agent. So I've been able to help people invest in different products, help people with their 401k, 403b, making sure they protect their assets, as a life insurance agent. So I've been an entrepreneur for a long time, but I tell you what, the decision to start mining Bitcoin has been one of the best decisions I've ever made. And not only has it been life-changing for me, it's been life-changing for so many others. So what we wanted to do this time was bring on a couple of other people besides myself so that you could see that Bitcoin mining truly works. And I'm going to say this as well before I have them speak. I've been buying cryptocurrencies. Most people know about buying and holding them, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? But I've been doing that since about 2015 for about 6 years now. And I've done really well with that, right? But let me tell you something, it's nothing like mining. When you truly learn and understand what mining is, you would run through a brick wall to start doing it. I'm telling you, mining is a whole different animal. And it's life-changing. There would be no Bitcoin without Bitcoin miners. So let that one simmer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a couple of testimonials. I'm going to have Labriska Swaby speak first. So if you could please come on board here. This is a good friend of mine. We've been friends for almost 50 years. I love her to death. And I'm so excited that she decided to join me in mining Bitcoin, and I'm gonna let her tell her story. Labriska?
Yes. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you camera ready?
No. We're gonna leave that like that today. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Labriska Diana Kowala Swaby. Okay. All right. I'll let that simmer. But I've been involved with like Brandi. I haven't been involved in buying crypto as long as her. I think I started like 2017, something around that area. But when Brandi introduced the mining to me, I don't even know if I looked at one of the presentations. I just told her, once she explained it to me and broke it down to me, I was like, okay, I'm ready, So I've been mining for October. Last month was just a year. And just with my initial down payment, I paid half of the package at that time. Bitcoin was only worth about 13,000, and the diamond package was a total of 20. So I put down 10. And 1 year later, I've mined almost a Bitcoin, but it's I made over 56,000. So my money has quadrupled. So like Brandi said, it's been the, single-handedly the best financial decision I could have ever, made. So much that, I'm an entrepreneur as well. I've been a hustler basically my whole life. So I have my own, salon studio. And like I tell my customers now, I don't mean to be rude, but I tell them I'm semi-retired. I work when I want to work, So I'm able to run my entire household off of my earnings from my Bitcoin mining and my salon as well. So I was just so fortunate enough, I have packages for both of my children and other investments that made sense me beginning mining in October of last year. So I was able to take, by the time December ends, the end of this year, I have taken 6 trips. So And that's not to brag, but it's just to, you know, help people appreciate that, you know, the mining works. And my goal, which the last time I spoke about this, I told them that my goal was to get a diamond package as soon as possible, or any package. So fortunately, after seeing my money that was in my savings account and checking account under my business only make $77 in 1 year, I said, forget it. I just went on, took it out, you know, transferred, wired the money, went on and got another diamond packet. My package should be up and running in the next 10 days. And I'm thrilled, I'm happy. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. Buy packages and buy other packages wherever I fit in. That's what I'm going to do. And like I said, I'm so happy. I'm so fortunate. I'm so blessed. And I just don't know what else to say. And so I was saving I was saving that money to buy a home. Even though it's a seller's market, I've been saving that money because I'm self-employed, you know, I have to do my taxes, you know, they only have my taxes to go by. So I just told myself I'm gonna do it a different way. And Tawanna inspired me to do it a different way. And that's the way I'm gonna go. So back to you, Brandi.
Awesome. I'm so excited for you, Labriska. Did you guys hear that?
Powerful.
She had money saved in Biscuit. How much was it that earned the $77?
$25,000.
$25,000 earned her $77 in a whole year, guys. You have to understand this. Oh my God. This is an educational movement, guys. Oh my goodness. You have to understand this. So I know not everyone have $25,000 sitting around, right? But whether it's 25,000, 10,000, 5,000, you know, getting where you fit in. I mean, this is so life-changing. Can you believe that, Ontarian? So congratulations on right? So congratulations on your second diamond package, Labriska. I'm so happy for you. And our next testimony is coming from Tawanna Frater. She's camera ready. Thank you, Tawanna. But you know what? I will let Biscuit slide because I did call her last minute. So, but the next person I'm gonna call on is Tawanna Frater. I love her to death. She's an educator. She taught my grandson. Let me tell you, if you lived in the Virginia area, you would definitely want your kids going to her school. My grandson was reading at the age of 3, and I don't mean cat, hat, and bat. You know, I'm talking about some 20-letter words, you know, so I'm excited to have her on board, and I'm gonna let her tell her story. Tawanna, it's
Hi, good night. Good night, everyone. Thank you for having me. You know, I am excited to share with you because this mining for VBIT, it is absolutely a life changer. You know, I'm at the point where I'm having dreams of things for the future for my kids and my grandkids where I didn't even think of, because I have now been put in a situation that I can. Last year, when Brandi came to me and she told me about Bitcoin, I was like, okay, you know, I trust Brandi because I've asked her before to invest in other things. And she was like, you know, let's hold off on it. If someone that is not going to look for your best interest would not do that, they would just take your money and say, yeah, just do that. But she was like, no, when something comes up, I'll let you know. And she did let me know. And I'm thankful that she did. You know, when she told me about it, I did a little research myself also. And I'm like, okay, this sounds good. And at the time, I had $25,000 in the bank because I was saving towards buying a house, and also I'm looking towards buying property for my childcare center. And when I looked at my bank account, I'd actually only made $13 in interest after having it sitting there. So I was like, you know what? And I'll be honest, it's not for me to just take up $25,000 because that's something I have all the time. that was the first time I've had $25,000 that I did not borrow from the bank. This was something I've actually saved. So I was like, I tell myself this all the time. I've been to the bottom, I can always climb back up, but I've never been to the top, and that's where I want to be. So I went ahead and I trust with what Brandi said. And at the time, Bitcoin was 13,000. And I said, well, if I can just make back $7,000 in February to make my down payment, I should be good. So I made that investment. February rolls around and I didn't just have $7,000. I had $33,000 to pay for a house at auction, cash. I got the deed on my birthday. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. I literally had the opportunity to go and purchase a house outright. Okay, that's not something I ever even dreamt of. You know, it was always going to be a mortgage payment, something I can try and pay off in 15 years. But that just gave me another outlook, like, okay, if I can do this, why not start thinking about doing my dream house? So as, you know, Bitcoin start going up, I'm like reaching the middle of June and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like $70,000 now. And I only made a down payment of 25,000. So I've already made back more than what my package was worth. So I was like, I told some friends, I told my family, you know, my family, they back me all the time. So they get themselves a little package. And my mom, she's like, oh, she can take some money out. She bought a small package, was the goal at the time. And she was getting enough money to fix her car, to make different adjustments to her house, to make repairs. So you don't have to get a large package to see the difference. You can get smaller packages to see the difference. I was able to take my family to Jamaica. My kids have never been to Jamaica. We spent 2 weeks there. We enjoyed, when I say we enjoyed ourselves, we enjoyed ourselves. And that's because of the money I earned from Bitcoin. When my daughter was ready to go back to school in September, her paperwork for her grants and stuff did not come through on time. And so it was like nothing to just take my card and say, oh, let's pay for it. And we'll wait for the grants to come through because of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is giving me a way now I can buy my dream house, cash out, no mortgage, so I don't have to pay for it 3 times over. My daughter, we are also setting her up for her investments for her future. So when she's finished with college, she has her own business to start because my daughter wants to go to biochemistry. So, you know, we want her to continue with that entrepreneur spirit that I have placed in her. But before, we did not have that money to put aside to do that for her. So Bitcoin has absolutely changed the way I think, the way I am teaching my children, because now we don't just have, I always tell them the sky has no limits, so neither do you. But now it's shown me, look, we don't have to just stop at the sky. We can go out space. Look, anything is possible. Anything is possible. And that's what Bitcoin has now allowed me to see, that anything is possible. I can also make plans for my children and my grandchildren. And we're teaching them about building wealth. And because that's one of the things that Bitcoin is a game changer. Someone that was making $45,000 in 1 year, I'm making $200,000 because from my Bitcoin, I made 150,000 and counting. Because I didn't say this to Brandi, I emptied my Bitcoin in October. I went and looked at my Bitcoin on Friday. I had $12,000 in it. So again, it keeps on giving. So all I have to do is literally stay home, and it's the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you, Brandi. I can go on and on, but thank you so much.
Wait a minute. So you emptied it October.
Yeah.
That was a month ago. And now you have over 12 grand in there.
Yes.
Now you kept saying Bitcoin, but it's not just Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin what?
Mining.
Thank you. That's the difference. Bitcoin,
Mining.
Ontarian, is that strong or what?
That's powerful. That's powerful right there. Wow.
I am so excited. And these are just a couple of the stories, but we have a
Mhm.
treat on tonight. Thank you so much, Tawanna.
Powerful.
I'm so excited. You know, this makes me want to cry. I'm sitting here holding back tears. from stories like Labriska and Tawanna, my friend Iris, and so many other people that I brought on board. That's the one thing I was telling you, Ontarian, that really moves my heart, because I know a lot of people get involved with other companies and, may not have made money, or like me and you, we're builders. Not everybody's a builder. You do not have to be a builder to
not
make
at all.
money here.
Not
With
at all.
Bitcoin mining, you make money every day.
Every day.
Every day.
7 days a week.
Whether you tell a soul or not, that's what makes this opportunity so incredible. We have a special guest tonight, Mr. Ronald Dove. He's out on the street, but he said he would still, say a few words for us. Now, what makes him special is he goes into the corporate office often. He's known the owners before they even created VBIT. So he's going to share his story. It'll help even build the credibility of the company, because he knows them personally and have known them for years. So Ron, are you available to speak?
I sure am. Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear,
Yes.
loud and clear.
Okay, cool. I'm in my car, so if I go in and out, I apologize. But first, I have to give it back to Brandi, who has become a good friend of mine, and someone who is very knowledgeable about financial markets in general. And she's become, in my opinion, pretty much an expert on mining and Bitcoin. And she just loves helping people. She's created a lot of information for affiliates or people who just, are new to Bitcoin. So I got to take my hat off and just say thank you, Brandi. It's just a pleasure, to know you. So my name is Ron. A little bit about myself, as Brandi stated. I've known the owners, before they actually started the company. I actually was involved in numerous businesses before they actually started VBIT. My background is similar to Brandi's, where I am a licensed agent, where I sell a few financial products such as annuities and indexed life policies. I'm also an experienced foreign currency exchange trader, and I'm a certified Bitcoin professional. So I have an in-depth understanding of Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining and how it works. And I got involved with Bitcoin around 2017. I really didn't know. It's crazy because my dad, I was in the financial services, field or industry, and my dad actually knew what Bitcoin was before I did. And from 2017, once I started to study it, I just fell in love with it. It's the most amazing, thing ever. It's the most successful technology that the world will ever see. It's become $1 trillion asset in 12 years, the fastest $1 trillion asset. So pretty much how, when I got started, a lot of people don't know the story, but I started as an affiliate. And, technically, I started with $100. We actually had a package that was $100, which was a bronze package. And, like Brandi says, and, Labriska and Tawanna and Octavian, talks about, this is a business where, you don't have to do anything at all to actually, earn income every single day. But if you decide to do, just share it, like, which I've learned from Brandi, just sharing this information, with a friend or family member, that you can really capitalize on it. One thing that I do also, I actually educate people on financial literacy, because many of us, we don't know, how, I guess, compound interest works. So for example, if you ask, and anybody on this call, I want you to ask yourself this question. If you have any type of funds in some type of retirement account, investment account, 401k, mutual fund, IRA, Roth IRA, et cetera, I want to ask you, do you know what the rate of return is that you are receiving? So every year, we receive a certain rate of return, and many people, they really don't know, you know, when I ask them that question. But the average is around 6% for the US. And what that means is at a 6% return on your 401k, your IRA, or whatever investment vehicle you have, that means that you are risk-free in about 12 years. And that's about the average. Now, some people might get more, okay? But that's about the average. You know, in about 12 years, whether you put 100,000, 10,000, 5,000, $100, it's going to take you 12 years to become risk-free. With Bitcoin mining, as you have heard earlier, many of our customers and clients and members, they are risk-free in less than a year. That is phenomenal. And everything that they make moving forward is profit. Now, it's not a guarantee, you know. However, everybody who was looking for a guarantee last year who decided that they didn't sign up, they missed out. So my dad, for example, he put up $25,000 in around August, and he's gotten back in a year profit. He's profit in a year, you know, over 170,000, probably maybe 200. I got to do the math again, but he put $25,000 out of his pocket, and in about a little over a year, he's profited about 170,000, and now he's making over $7,000 to $8,000 every single month in Bitcoin. And as Tawanna stated earlier, the awesome thing about, you know, Bitcoin mining, I should, you know, say Bitcoin mining and Bitcoin, is that with mining, you also get two things. You get the accumulation of Bitcoin every day, and you get the price appreciation of Bitcoin, you know, once it goes up. So a lot of people don't realize that right now, I believe Elon Musk is the richest man on planet Earth in the world. And last year, you know, I think he's worth now about $200 billion. And last year, he was worth maybe about $20 billion. So what happened? Well, he was invested in an asset that just appreciated in value in the Zoom stock. Like we on Zoom right now. So what happened during COVID? Everyone started using Zoom. So just by the asset that he owned appreciated in value, he became the richest individual in the world. Now we kind of make income the same way. The awesome difference is not only do we get the appreciation of Bitcoin, we also get the accumulation from mining every day. So every day you're getting a little bit more and a little bit more Bitcoin. And on top of that, the value of Bitcoin is going up. So we get the accumulation and the appreciation. So you can think of it like having the best stock on planet Earth. And every day you're getting a little bit more of it. And almost every week or every month is going up in value. So that's one of the main, you know, benefits of, you know, of Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining. Like I said, I've known the owners since before they started the company. They own multiple businesses before Bitcoin. I was an agent at one of the Allstate insurance companies that they own, and a few other companies. And I can tell you that, you know, I can attest. I know that many of you on the call may not know me personally, but I can tell you that this company is about integrity, and it is about transparency. You know, so, and as you can see, you know, if you've seen any of the presentations, you see, hey, we answer all your questions. We don't have anything to hide. And the last thing that I'm gonna leave you with is this: what is the definition of wealth? Or what is the difference between rich and wealthy? And the definition that I like, that I go by, is the one by Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he says that the definition of wealth is when the income that you earn or make from your assets is enough to cover all of your monthly expenses, whether you work or not. All right. So the definition of wealth that I go by is that when the income that you make from your assets, all right, is enough to cover all of your monthly expenses, whether you work or not. So Bitcoin mining in less than a year has made hundreds of people wealthy. All right. So if you're not involved, if you're not earning income while you sleep, don't hesitate, get involved and get on board. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ron, for, I really called Ron last minute, but he always steps up to the plate. We really appreciate you, Ron. And if you haven't seen a full presentation, you must come and see it. We have a weekly webinar every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can actually see a live presentation about Bitcoin mining, and it's very detailed. Ron does a fantastic job. You guys are welcome to come and check that out. But I can't say it enough. Bitcoin mining has been amazing, even more so than I ever dreamed it could be. And I've been wanting to retire my husband for quite some time now. And I'm just flat out excited. I mean, we're still pinching ourselves because it hasn't even been 30 days yet, that I've been able to do that. I've been able to recently buy my third diamond. I have a gold and a silver as well. And you have to understand that this company is legitimate, and it has to be legitimate if you have repeat buyers. We have so many people on our team that have 2, 3, 4, 5 packages. Why? Because it works. So we're not going to hold you all night tonight. This was mainly like a testimonial. I wanted people to be able to get to see a few other people who, Bitcoin mining has really, really changed their life. And there's so many more. There's a couple of other people I brought on board that bought black diamonds, and their investment was $25,000. And every last one of them made close to 200 grand. Some of them made 170 grand, around that figure. So to put a $25,000 investment and to turn it into 170 grand in a year, I call that a good thing.
That's a pretty good thing.
Me, myself, I put in a $10,000 investment. That's it. 10,000, I've made almost $250,000 to over 250 grand from a $10,000 investment. You have to get excited. So I'm excited. We have to get people like on a full, presentation.
Full presentation for
Ontarian could send you a recorded version, right? Along with some article clips we have, showing that, the company's credibility. We own one of the largest Bitcoin mining facilities in the world. We have state-of-the-art facilities. They're beautiful. They're nice. I mean, they're top-notch. We own one out in Alberta, Canada. We have another one in Montana, and we have another one in Colorado. So you literally own your equipment. This is not, I repeat, this is not cloud mining. You literally own your equipment. And I mean, I'm telling you, get in while you still can, because Bitcoin is still scheduled to shoot up to 6 figures by the end of the year.
Oh, definitely.
And I know people are saying, well, it's November 29th. How is that possible? Because I've seen Bitcoin jump in one day, almost 10 grand. So if you don't believe it's going to hit close to, I mean, even if it hits 80, 90,000 by the end of the year,
still, good.
And I'm telling you, this is another thing. This is not one of those bring 100, people on a day type of business, because like Ontarian said, we sell out quick. You would think these miners cost $5. The way they sell out, it's just incredible. I mean, I'm like, where are they finding these people that's just dropping 100 grand, 150 grand, and you don't have to spend that much. I mean, our smallest package is a silver, and you could get started for a little under 3,000. Now, normally we have a 50% down where you could pay half down and then pay monthly on your balance. But because the supply is so high this month, and this is only the second time they've actually done this in the year that I've been with them, there's no half down right now. I've seen it open back up, that could be a good thing though, so, but just don't procrastinate is what I'm trying to say. Because I've had people from a week ago, Ontarian, that was like, I want to get one. And they waited.
Mm.
And they was like, but it was just last week. And I
That's
said,
how
but I
fast it
told you,
goes. That's how fast it goes.
you could literally wake up in the morning and they're sold out.
Right.
You know, this is not a sales tactic.
Mhm.
I'm
This
not
is
trying
real.
to,
Yeah, it's the
it's
real deal.
It really is. And some people were upset with me.
Mhm.
I was like, but I told you, you have to move fast. Now,
Right.
you know, I expect you to do your research and, you know, some people have to think about it. I understand all of that, but just know that while you thinking about it, you slow your blow. Because
right.
we literally have people lined up waiting to get these, you know, machines, to get this equipment. So
That's right.
I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Ontarian.
All right. Hey, Brandi, and all the guests, Ron, you said Biscuit, right?
Right.
Biscuit.
Right.
I'm gonna go with Biscuit. Tawanna, appreciate you guys coming on. Powerful testimonials. Guys, if you're looking at this and you're not excited to learn more or even get started, then hey, you're missing out big time. Okay, Bitcoin mining is a huge business, and like Brandi said, if without Bitcoin miners, there's no Bitcoin. Get that, okay? And the way crypto is going, Bitcoin is going to shoot up. We've seen the highs and lows, but we know that eventually Bitcoin goes to the moon. And when that happens, that means your mining payout goes up too. That's the beauty of this. The beauty of it is you're making money when it goes up and down, but when it goes up, that's when you get that pay increase and you see some astronomical numbers. You've heard life-changing numbers tonight, guys. Okay. You heard some life-changing numbers. People's lives are changing financially, and that's what it's all about. Passive income, guys, probably the best out there when it comes to earning passive income. So we're going to go ahead and shut it down tonight. This has been recorded. If one of the panelists have invited you, make sure you get back to them and get started as soon as possible. Don't delay, because again, like Brandi said, this is a supply and demand deal. These things are going like hotcakes. It's like a candy store on how fast they go. Okay, so don't delay. If you're looking for that vehicle that can take you over the top and that you can feel good about sharing with others, guess what? This is going to be it. This is going to be it. Okay. So get back to the person that invited you, especially people that's on the panel list. If you got questions, get back to whoever invited you, and we'll be happy to help you. Okay. Until then, guys, we'll do this again. Every Thursday, right, Brandi? What time on Thursdays are the regular webinars?
Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
What I'll do is I'll send the link. Is the same link every week. So I'll send you that link so you could post it.
That'll work.
You know, and then you just let everyone know, anyone who comes by way of Ontarian, we like to operate with integrity. So if you learn about, this is the thing, get back with the person who cared enough about you to share this wonderful opportunity.
There you go.
So if it's by way of Ontarian, will make sure you get started. If it's myself, you know, any one of us, I don't think any of us invited anyone tonight. We just wanted to do this, you know, so that we could put it out there. But this is so life-changing, guys.
Absolutely.
Don't miss the boat, right, Ontarian?
Hey, don't miss it. Don't miss it. You'll be
So you know
sorry.
my favorite saying, right? I'm gonna close out by saying, I'm gonna see y'all all at the top.
That's right.
Why? Because the bottom is just too overcrowded.
That's right. All right, everybody. Have a good one. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Take care.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.